que viene, Team Liquid
Team Liquid have one hell of an opportunity to shock the world here today, but on the other side, they're going up against a team that has trophies on the mind. It's Team Liquid versus NRG. Can Liquid survive the onslaught, or does NRG manage to keep themselves in this competition? Mimi, there is a lot on the line here, playoffs up for grabs.
It's been so rare to see a Champions winning team not just keep their roster together in its core, but to actually find success after that. I think it's a huge step on that journey for NRG if they can qualify to playoffs today. If they don't, create some question marks of legacy that no other Champions team has been able to answer.
And the difference in expectation, in pressure, is really large between these squads. It's not a surprise necessarily to see NRG in another opportunity where they could make playoffs because of how great they were last year. For Team Liquid, remember, they had to rebuild this team almost entirely, and it is such a credit to Nat's leadership that they're in a position fighting for playoffs again with such less experience on that side of the stage.
Nats is, I think, objectively one of the best IGLs that Valorant has. He's led so many different rosters to this point. But it's been years since we've actually seen him make playoffs. It has been solid, close performances that end in a group stage loss all of last year. You look further back, didn't make a global in 2024. A huge opportunity for him with a fresh team to return to the heights he's hit.
But standing in the way, that man right there, a lot of pressure on Mata.
I mean, if you listen to him, he says he is the pressure.
And I believe it. I believe it. I've never seen a player in my years working as a caster, as a host, across all sorts of games who just comes in with that kind of confidence. Let me tell you, that level of swagger ain't something you're gonna find every single day. Mata's that dude, and he shows it each and every time on the server.
But it's rare to see a leader that can bring that out of young players the way that Nats has been able to do with his teams. The success he's been able to bring out of players that have had opportunities before, haven't managed to reach those heights.
What an opportunity for Team Liquid to start off on the right footing here as well. Breeze is up towards the top of their map pool, down towards the bottom of NRG's. If there was ever an opportunity to attack via maps and the strength of those, the comfort there, it would be here to start. And I don't even know whether we're going to see the same comp that we've seen in the past from NRG. It's just not a map that they've particularly been looking to go
This is where
towards.
it goes to what we were talking about before with NRG when we had Kiko up here. He talked about the flexibility of this team, what they're able to do. I will say that is a real danger zone that, like, Team Liquid could be walking into a potential trap here if they're not careful.
Interestingly, though, this is one of the maps, yes, that Team Liquid still play hyper-aggressively, but I think the map itself is more suited to their play style compared to, for example, Bind, which they play super aggro, but it's unconventional. You know, you really are pushing the map to its absolute limits. Breeze, it fits, it works. You can play these fast, really quick retake styles by pushing out on defense, and then get really aggro.
I think the best thing for Liquid in this run to qualify to this event and in their group stage thus far has been how solid their team fighting is. This map really exemplifies that.
Man.
Look at the comps. It is a switch up. Kiko returning to that jet for the first time in it feels like a long time.
A very long time. It's been a hot minute. And this is Kiko playing the role that he was famed for by stomping EMEA teams for Team Liquid. Dropping 300 ACS. Normally on Raze, admittedly, but his jet is nothing to sniff at.
This crowd chanting NRG, they're feeling it, man. And I think they feel like there could be, Mimi, a potential opportunity here for Kiko to show the world why he was that dude on jet.
Yeah, starting on defense, too. This is probably the role, the map, the side where you are most set up to have a takeover game. I'm interested to see if he opts. Mata is almost always the opper for this team, but traditionally, jet roll on this map, so damn good for it.
Liquid, though, are going to be fast, they're going to be aggressive, and if Kiko isn't prepared, if he doesn't have as much scrim experience playing this kind of stuff, then that could be something he has to adjust to very quickly. Miniboo is going to be all over him.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget too, Kamo on the rear, just making that space, creating those opportunities on the Yoru. He was pretty damn good in that skirmish matchup. Might bring that aim into this one, and that could be problematic here. You know, this is a squad, Mimi, that really at a moment's notice can give you everything, and you won't even know how to stop him.
The individuals are damn good on Liquid. It's stacked against them, but they got the talent.
Let's get this elimination match underway. Send it over to your casters for this one. One hell of a game. Here's Pansy and HyperX.
And look, I feel like a filthy turncoat, but seeing Kiko on that role, I'm so excited for this. NRG just kind of flipping things up here. Mike, where's your mind going?
I mean, I'm so excited to see the change as well. Kiko's something that we've talked about a lot domestically previously. Here, kind of going against the grain a little bit in terms of the pick, but I absolutely love the switch up here in terms of taking the fight to Liquid, as I said, towards the top of their map pool in terms of top of this new identity they're trying to embrace.
Oh, this is a good one. I think both of us backed NRG here, though, but there is a world where Liquid can activate. I think I just need a little bit more of it.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, predictions-wise coming into this, it's awkward to see the performance the other day when they're trying to kind of reinvent themselves, right?
The identity.
The issue was that the switch-up just never came. Really, for me, it's easy to sit here and say Miniboo needs to do better on some of these aggressive plays, but if that's being called by Nats, actually, somebody needs to call a breather, tell them to slow down and take stock of the situation.
Well, let's find out how this looks. Going into the first, it would be Team Liquid on the attack and NRG waiting with 3 on the defending side, top mid.
Kiko here. We spotted out, Nats try and make progress here as Liquid try and just drift out through main. Kiko going to open up here. Miniboo down already.
Yeah, this is a tough start. And again, I do want to see how Miniboo slots in with that kind of spacing. And Marder's got a
ton of space.
Very informative too. Again, if you look at what, I don't know if he quite saw.
No.
I mean, but he's in such a great position.
Now he hears it.
However, Camero's checked this. Ooh, and Wayne's the one to land it. All right, a little bit of hope there, kind of removing some of that, I guess, checkmate information, but Nats also was working on that A site, allowing this later rotation.
Found space on the other side of Madder, progressing forwards. Nats will be here to greet NRG in mid.
Does he get to slip in? Oh, the smoke's just dropped, and he does get caught by Ethan there, just trying to slip a little bit deeper. Papo! Back-to-back, big damage done, leaving Scuba in a 1v3. Spike is down, so he's got a time limit on this one.
So Sheriff, so a chance to open up here, but already revealed.
Look who's in the corner. Wayne waiting. Scuba, your chances. It's a matter of moments. Oh, that was a little shaky there, but great stuff from Liquid. I thought, with what we saw from Marder there, that push through, that would have been enough to pretty much determine the round.
Yeah, I mean, the triple stack towards top mid, Triddle. But again, just leaving a gap. Marder comes forward, and unfortunately, Nats, again, it goes without saying, he's going to find this space. Able to get right behind on A site and punish that aggression. Beautiful read from Nats. Liquid on the board early on here. And to be honest, low-hanging fruit, sure, but you're looking for some of these aggressive, fast and loose rounds to go in Liquid's favor. You're going to expect them to dust off a pretty bitter loss previously.
And look, I feel like the story of this event so far has been discipline and playing together, not taking silly risks or making silly mistakes. And a round like this, I want to keep my eye towards Liquid. Good positioning from NRG, and it's traded again. Marder and Ethan doing enough damage that it's got my attention.
Look at Nats' HP.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice that. He comes away barely alive, but he's in the right place to catch Kiko if he does take his eyes off the prize. Brock. Next layer of contact towards Camo, who does have the Bulldog, and Nats being the safe pair of hands, making sure that reaggress towards Elbow is never going to get more than that initial start. And that's good work from Liquid, that nice freeze there, making sure they caught the aggression.
Again, you can see both teams trying to find this space. Lucky to even go away with the round here, considering a 2-for-2. NRG, unfortunately, just can't get to those weapons, capitalize on the further damage, so Liquid with a comfortable start here. Well invested in terms of the Bulldogs here, and obviously Sheriffs to round out for the bonus. No notable old progress here, so won't see anything to convert. I think we're going to try and play an off angle here. Madder again posturing up.
Yeah, they're so happy to go aggressive, and the timing is just sublime. Great trade for Camo to not let middle basically fall into the hands of NRG. but it's going to spur on the site here. Kiko clean with it. That's Wayne gone. And again, they are working with a couple of Bulldogs here, a Sheriff or two, so it's far from the perfect purchase. So Purpo and Miniboo, can you do anything more with this? There's a lot of bodies here, and there is a flank.
Yeah, Scuba wrapping already. Might just catch Miniboo on the corner. Spotted here. They could run him down.
Yeah, and I think they're going to give it a try. Miniboo. Oh, he's still not landed the shot. No, it's Scuba. You're not meant to win that. 10 HP, and he is just keeping them on their toes. Purpo would love to clear this, but Scuba, massive. The 10 HP hero. No right to be doing that.
We keep 4 rifles as well, so Liquid not able to convert much damage here. Apply further pressure to the finances. That is so ballsy. Swing this. Again, those are the sort of plays NRG need to make. Don't allow Nats to set up early.
Nice!
So well to find that first onto Miniboo. Yet to get on the board. Again, all eyes go towards him in terms of these new compositions, or this new approach, I should say, from Liquid.
I'm just so excited to see this kind of like Nats, Ethan head-to-head. I think they're both great IGLs in this sort of meta as well. It still suits them somehow both. Nat's brilliant, obviously, and the ability that he's done to be able to bring this roster up to this level already is incredible. But again, on the other side, you don't normally see a team who win champs bounce back and still adapt well enough to new metas and new looks. And again, it's credit to both on this side, but a much more patient round here.
Yeah, Liquid anticipating NRG being a little more proactive here. Maybe just on the back of Nats' purchase. Potentially find a pick somewhere. Drone won't confirm anything towards B. I mean, already a TP sent across by Madder, who's still patrolling mid.
Yeah, they're going to have to dig a lot deeper, Liquid, if they do want to get further info, or they go in blind and hope for the best. Maybe they can put it together as they go in, but they still have the dart, I guess, with Purpo, so... And Brock now noted, that's pretty big. They do bide their time. There we go, Miniboo towards site. Great reveal. That is great utility usage, as Miniboo wants to try and work off that. But Scuba still holding his ground, and Marder never going to let it slip. It's down to Purpo and Miniboo, and they are surrounded. Great damage. Liquid finding stability on the site, but Kiko now knocking at the door. Can't take the fight. Miniboo outdoes him, but Miniboo's disconnected. There's a 1v1 on the site to be had here. It's a wraparound for Miniboo, and great damage on Purpo. But Ethan still, it's going to be hard to get past or consider Miniboo at this point. He was quick to this. He had a look, but that's not enough to deal with Miniboo. That side take was lovely. What a back and forth there.
I mean, Marder just coming straight forward here when Liquid actually struggled to scale forwards to capitalize on this reveal. It's a crucial kill by Marder to just slow things down here. You see here in the kill feed, everything goes for NRG, but it's actually the response for a few players getting towards the pillar on site.
Purpo's having a bit of a performance already. Again, those couple of kills, really, really key. As you said, NRG kind of won that first wave.
Yeah, definitely.
How's the buy looking? Ooh, a bit shaky now. Light shield starting to be darted across. Scuba. Gonna get first contact. Miniboo's in, disrespecting the utility, and Scuba put to bed. Miniboo sharp on it today. Directed approach, and NRG with yet to find an ability to slow this down.
We've got the identification on one here. Camo walking this smoke though, up close and personal, shut down.
Yeah, that was risky. But Miniboo still put in some work here, keeps safety on that CT side, and only Marder and Ethan alive. And a lot of damage taken for Marder.
Ethan on a stinger as well.
One enemy remaining.
And it's just a checkmate, man. He's got you all day. Okay, 4-1 Liquid. You got my attention here.
Rolling that same execution once more, going to force an adjustment on the side of NRG. Again, Madder here having to utilize a much earlier TP.
Oh, that pathing.
Yeah, Miniboo does really well to find Scuba fast enough where it creates that panic, right?
Yep.
Said, unfortunately, previous round, Madder's exploring towards me, and he's got the TP all the way towards backside. I have to switch that up now. Maybe consider a different rotation here, and potentially why we're seeing this timeout called so early on from NRG. Like I said, carbon copy of the previous late round piece. Scuba obviously trying to snake bite down, but doesn't really apply much pressure to Liquid on the way in. So Coinbase win condition coming out of this timeout for NRG. Obviously, do some damage here, stop Liquid from building up any sort of momentum and a cushion in terms of the finances, because these first cycle of ults are going to be crucial for Liquid.
Speaking of Liquid, we were kind of looking towards that spacing and the ability for Minibu to access these sites, and then who's behind him? Where's that next punch coming from? And I think we're seeing it in the form of Purpo here. I think we're really seeing him, one, set Minibu up very nicely towards his site takes. Good adaptation and kind of that route change from Minibu was lovely. But Purpo's right there. There's no fear to the way he's approaching these sites, putting himself right into the mix. So lovely to see that little combination in play.
Purpo's one that, in terms of criticism, he's been very hot and cold, right? But
yep, when he's hot.
The hot is. Yeah.
Oof. He's a scary player. He really is, and he has been for some time. But yeah, when you see it against big boy teams in big boy games, it gets a little bit scary. Now Nat's going to go farming today. At least hope to. 5 play stack towards the A site for NRG. All eggs in one basket.
Middle will be wide open here. Liquid still conscious. There's a trap in place. Wait for the wall to come down here. Mada, I guess we'll get contact early enough that somebody else can swing onto this angle, but I'll argue the range is just going to suit Liquid down to a T.
Yeah, well,
Actually, Purpo will catch it. Yeah, spot here.
I think that's Ethan who got caught. Maybe actually trying to encourage this a little bit, trying to play in Marder, but the diligence is there. We're not seeing these sloppy site takes now, but it could still get scary. This is a stack, right? And they are going in somewhat blind here. Through a choke point, there's every opportunity for Brock to do this. It ain't smooth sailing yet.
Brock just has a Hunter's Fury pop.
And that's going to
Camo.
put Camo. Oh, he's alive. Now, how long? Brock's seen, Scuba removed, it's a formality. 3 alive, dangerous, yes, but stability in the end for Liquid.
Great freeze call there from Nats to just hold on to what they've got. And the Hunter's Fury, unfortunately, has to be diverted towards main. Could have really eaten Liquid alive in that choke point. Didn't hear the combo. Brock finds the opener and another shock dart to follow through. Didn't invest anything, so they're still going to have a very, very stacked ult cycle here coming into round 7. Yes, there's ults on the other side, but it's a TP for Ethan. Doesn't really net them much.
Any support to help with the drone here? Okay, yeah, Ethan's going to remove that. Still going to try and play in Kiko. And they don't like it. They've got the ult orm. They don't need to go any further. They can kind of backpedal from this, but Kiko's curiosity will be kept in check for now. Not going to overextend here. And Liquid kind of toying with tempo, taking their time across the map, holding space, not leaving anything to chance.
Poison orb emitting.
Nobody's shown on the side of NRG towards B either. Brock with a late drone. Can't spot anything here, so Camo going to be able to open up the B site with his ultimate.
And last time around, there's no real
Hidden spot,
respectability, and Marder gets away with murder. Minibu's gone down. Hunter's Fury from further away, but Marder just in between these players. Dividing and conquering. Camo, though, answering back, and he thought he had stability. It wasn't the case. Still a player on backside. Kiko on rotation.
TP's not noted.
Ethan, that's going to be a spike. Nats' luck becomes predictable at this point. Can he do anything else with it? Looking at Brock's
20
position,
seconds.
I think they already know it. And that spike just feels like a mile away.
Maybe a chance to remove a weapon here. Kiko popped his blades as well, but they've already finished. NRG just tucked in now. That's unfortunately out of options and out of time. Kiko even posted up on this. Just gave it up.
Okay, round will fizzle out there, but again, that took a lot of good positioning and right timing from Marder, it felt like.
Unfortunately, Camo just not checking.
Kiko pop his ult by accident?
I think he popped it earlier on in the round. I'm fairly sure. I think maybe just the right click at the end to throw him out, but...
Will you ever go with the team?
I said it became predictable.
Yeah.
Damn, all right.
I mean, this is the thing, in rounds like that, it's just like, yeah, okay, he's a million miles away, but others, he's able to just...
Oh, he's essential. Ooh, playing ahead here, Marder again. We ask a lot of this man, right? He has to do a lot of work here, but similar to be said on the other side for Minibu, who's found a bit of space through middle, gets held towards the site. Scuba in between a rock and a hard place. Found his body to drop. That's Miniboo gone. Big damage from Scuba. Great. Slippery work from NRG and some of these site XX.
Able to force Scuba deep enough, though, the pit will fall. So we'll open up the choke point here.
He's just a bit of a nightmare to clear. He doesn't like the unknown. It's going to allow Nats to play in, though. He's got a bit of a window of chance, but with the pre-fire on the corner, it's going to draw the eyes instantly. It's on the main pack of players, but look who's behind them, and look who's to the side. Brock takes away Wayne. Spike Plant can't be defended. NRG just smothering the site.
Much better read of the situation here. NRG able to get a couple of freebies to thin out Team Liquid. Again, Nats just stuck in double doors here. As a window of chance, but as soon as this smoke expires, you can't really backfill Mother's ultimate.
And I think it's something that Des was talking about, though, that I think that NRG are one of the teams that are very good at, once they figured you out, they are great at keeping that in mind. They are really, really good at then just making it hard and then put it onto Liquid to adapt back, right? This is going to be the back and forth game, I feel like.
Yeah, and that was the issue the other day. Obviously, we're only talking about the one map in particular, but we never saw the deviation from the initial plan. So obviously here on attack, the aggression is welcomed, right?
Yes.
They can keep applying pressure to NRG, force some of these defensive setups to be switched up. And already with the lead here, already done the hard work considering. But yeah, for sure. I mean, there are certain rounds that you don't want to see Liquid just run on repeat. Marta's obviously still, he's shown already here in Santiago, he's happy to be the solo endeavor on these flanks, on these late wraps behind executes, and if they can find Nats early enough, it just causes so many problems.
Yeah, we have to see Liquid be a little bit further than one-dimensional, and I think they can be. I think they got a little stuck in the mud before, but we know the capability is there. We just need to see it in effect. Now, at this point, the kind of swing and roundabout of momentum does sit with NRG, even only at 3 rounds. I think they've got that solution in mind. Here's the time for the answer back. This is when we get to figure out if Liquid can adapt on the fly. Now, until this point, we have seen that Liquid did have quite decent success towards that B side, take some nice small variation in how they were scaling through. This time around, though, I'm seeing Kiko potentially going to be a problem, and Marder here as well. Early check. Marder's got the info. Does he get caught, or can he slip away?
Actually tagged up, 30 HP. Is able to get out. And Kiko now has to respect this with how deep Marder's TP is. So we get a full 5v5 here. The pit will lay out over the plant as well.
Yeah, really nice take from Liquid, just scaling into that front site perfectly, forcing away Marder, denying any picks coming in from Kiko as Camo's curiosity is there! Scuba, how did you get 2 then? When did he get Wayne in that? So then Miniboo's got to catch that cross. Good punish on 1, but they're slipping through to sight. Nats now needs to come into effect, as does Purpo. Miniboo's got 2 to hand, oh, he can't get the second. A valiant attempt, but down to 2. Purpo and Nats on the site itself. Purpo on the pre-fire gets checkmated by Kiko, leaving it all down to Nats. The man who can be ice cold! Oh, just gets caught at the end by Scuba. Bloody hell, though. What a battle for the site.
And it's just a little overzealous to come out of the back of this pit. Again, the reveal is there. I think maybe there's a question mark about exactly where that shipping container is. Doesn't go for the spam. And unfortunately, then it's just, there's too many targets, right? Yeah, a little bit of a panic moment, but Scuba catching Wayne exactly the same. Look where Camo is.
Just no man's land then. Ooh. And the difference that could have made to have Camo there, right? If he was in the right place for it.
Maybe reading that a couple of these bodies are cycling back through mid,
yeah,
not through spawn, but there's effectively 5 members of NRG where Camo swings.
Oh, that was quick.
Here.
That was quick. So we'd seen Marder testing middle a couple of times, playing for the smoke. This time around, posting up Kiko on the angle instead.
Boo now, and less a purchase here, but does have a Guardian. Has got
Made
all the
it
way,
far.
yeah.
And completely.
Oh, no!
That's unlucky, really. Wayne, gonna do well to get one back, and it makes that B site seem a little bit more feasible, but there's still Scuba. Oh! That's a shot. Wayne, you've made this one feel possible. And this time, Nat's playing with the pack as well. He's not separated from the others. You can see the turn of attention from Armada, potentially positioned to try and catch where Nats may be. And now you find out, turning back towards middle. As Scuba's position. Oh, he's gone away with it here. Yeah, just going to be caught. Nat's trying to get towards site. They're holding those deeper lines, making it really hard to break through further.
I mean, Wayne's got the TP here. He can get a plant on A, for sure. 15 seconds away from another smoke. Does have the paranoia, so a chance here for Wayne to clutch up. Something you've done many times back in the EMEA towards the end of kickoff.
How does he want to play it? Well, they're going straight middle. Wayne, this would be magic for you. The timing, the smoke goes out, but he's back. He's got down one.
Yes!
For Wayne! Gorgeous work in the clutch. Finding both players, starting this round and ending it.
Fantastic work from him. Almost becoming a trademark in the clutch. The trade here from Mini Boot. Finds the kill onto Brock as well.
One enemy remaining.
And the spacing here, I don't think NRG expected him to be so deep towards double doors. Massive clutch for Wayne.
That's an X factor I wasn't expecting to see there, but beautiful, beautiful stuff. And NRG's reaction is to go for a walk. So they're going to try and get elbow control while Liquid eye up the site itself. How far does Kiko go? There are players watching this.
Far enough.
Okay, Purpo very diligent, but Miniboo's been let off the leash. There's two players to fall. Yeah, he's starting to feel that rhythm now.
Have a ton of space to move into. Two freebies here, and Liquid now to take the site. Kiko nearly catching wind of somebody. Will find Camo.
Yeah, that was quick. That was quick. But does it change the outcome now? Gonna note Miniboo and potentially one on the site, so they've got great information. They found 3 players from this. But to try and pry them out of these positions is certainly not easy, and Ethan's a little bit further away. Maybe that paranoia about Nats is still there.
Nats is in his own buy phase, still just waiting. Again, that's what's slowing down this retake here for NRG.
A great time buy-up. You kind of have to respect it, right? You got to keep it in mind, but Miniboo's gone down. Ethan gonna find another. It's Wayne again! Back-to-back impact now for the man, leaving Kiko to try and get these last 2 players, but Nats kind of seals this deal. And Wayne looking to punish on the way out. Kiko, you don't get to keep it. Brilliant stuff there from Liquid, stabilizing in the post plant.
Back-to-back rounds, as you said, from Wayne. Liquid starting to build a little bit of momentum. NRG try exploring the map, and again, it's just a little bit of space for Miniboo to find. Unfortunately, they can't catch.
Ooh.
What?
It's nice. It is nice.
Super talented individual, and a really slow start to kickoff with, again, questions around the move.
Of course.
Coming in basically a match later, but became so clutch towards the end of kickoff. Continuing that form. Put outside A once more for NRG. Anticipating further aggression. Wasn't a confirmation in the previous round, but yeah, maybe a read on that B-side setup that NRG had gone walkabouts.
Cover going out.
And to be fair to NRG, they are reading this relatively well. Starting to shift bodies over towards A.
Mada's already got a TP over here as well.
Yeah. But what can Scuba do?
There's no double doors pinch here.
Ooh, Hunter's Fury and vulnerability, that's an issue. Liquid looking like they're in the blender. Camo's made it forward, but he's very alone. The others can't make it out of the pit.
Kind of brute force into the pit. On this choke point, Wayne tagged up. Okay, we'll take him down to 1 immediately, and Kiko's already in the backlines here.
He's heard Nats. Yeah, that's been called out. And Kiko's position is just perfect. Perfect work.
Down mid.
And yet for Liquid, just...
flawless end here for NRG, but again, there was no contingency towards double doors here. If you're reading this as a solo hold behind the pit, wasn't really enough focus shift towards the back side of it.
Yeah, we've seen the kind of the tales of 2 halves in 1 at this point. 5-7, a very close affair. Don't go too far away.
One enemy remains. Spike down mid.
Nice. Good shit, boys. Nice. Nice, boys.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Not how it works.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
Muchísimas gracias, Chile. El país es increíble, la comida es todavía mejor y toda la gente que habéis venido a lo largo de todos estos días sois increíbles. Sois una demostración de lo que deberían de ser todas las aficiones del mundo. Y yo lo único que pido es un último detalle. Y es que dentro de poco te llegarán otras Masters, otros Champions. Y creo, Cantor, que tendríamos que enseñarles una cosa. Y es que en inglés a esto lo llaman The Chilean Wave. Nosotros lo llamamos la ola, porque aquí es lo más normal del mundo. Le dedicamos una ola a todo el mundo para que sepan cómo se hace. Calentamos las manos, todo el mundo, la mano abajo, calentamos, calentamos, calentamos. Vamos a salir del medio hacia los lados, ¿vale? Calentamos. ¡Arriba! ¡Viva Chile!
Can't help but to love this crowd, man. So much energy here. At 5-7. They're in for a good game today, and they are certainly up for it. Liquid are in the lead, Mike. NRG, though, felt like they never quite fell out of the fight, though.
A couple of these rounds just decided almost by Liquid committing to a semi-gamble, right?
Yeah.
I think for me, certainly, NRG doing enough in the first half to put Liquid into an awkward position, right? Do you adopt the same approach that clearly didn't work previously? Here on the defense, how proactive will it be? Pistol round to go by here, an immediate walk down mid. Crunch doors, double doors. Scuba and Ethan. Both tucked into a Nats-esque position.
Well, NRG have just walked A and seen nothing. But the problem is the spike
they
goes
faked,
towards B.
They faked the plant. They're going to catch Brock.
Couldn't quite make it around the corner. So Liquid's 3 stack of players patrolling the map. And then if you're Kiko, you're on the wrong side of the map and you've got a 3v5 to hold.
This fight towards spawn is going to be crucial to NRG's success.
How much time can they even buy in this to allow for someone like Kiko to come into effect? That's what I'm mostly wondering. How long can you wait? They've cost a lot of time, very, very slippery.
Liquid need to pick up the pace here.
Well, yeah, the longer this goes on, the more that Kiko can actually do something with this. The smokes are starting to be invested as Camo starts to clear. Down on 45 and mini boost pretty low as well. They got to get moving. Great stall on the paranoia. Keep in mind Kiko finally pulls the trigger for Purpo. Nats doing what's necessary, and now there's problems, Kiko! You're not going to do this to your old team! Oh, I think you just might be 4 kills! I thought you were too late, but you were perfectly on time.
Great adjustment from NRG to leave this open plant, open up the possibilities for such an egregiously late lurk
that
from
felt
Kiko.
Foul, man.
Again, just easy pickings for him here.
Easy one taps. All 3 easy one taps.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah.
Crisp,
I was giving you
clean
benefit of the doubt, but I wouldn't say one tapped.
Okay, just pistols out for Liquid this time. No real stack either, but Wen's going to hear all of this. They're a little ahead of the paranoia, though, so they're not going to have to respect it too much. I think he got spotted. Great attempt by Miniboo, and it's landed the shot. But then it kind of falls a bit short. It was a nice little try there. Not going to probably get too much more than that, as it is just the classics that remain. So the plant's in, and NRG would love to keep 4 standing in this.
Definitely, even with limited investment. Not sure what Brock dropped, actually. Ethan certainly can go forwards. I mean, having Kiko and Armada both at halfway to their ults here.
Yeah.
Certainly a chance to get some crucial points towards these duelist ultimates. He's going to be holding on to, well, denying actually the progress here inside of Camo and Purpo.
Is Camo the closest to maybe being found?
He's going to get checked though, it looks like, yeah. A couple of people looking this way.
I didn't expect you to get two there, I'll give you that. So they do keep two of the rifles. Was there one lost in this?
I think maybe a Spectre?
Okay. Not the end of the
Not
world.
entirely
That's the
sure,
case.
yeah.
I'll try and catch it on the replay, but still, I mean, the prize possession's making it out.
Sees Kiko to get another point as well. I mean, it won't necessarily affect the purchase here. It's some light shields inside these rifles. Now, Mother on a Stinger, actually.
Okay. Nicer in Camo, though. He's been a little quiet for me. I'd like to see a bit more from him.
Yeah.
Because he was one of the players during that kind of late point of trying to qualify here, became pretty essential for their form.
When the commitment came to Camo being this second duelist, certainly pivotal to their success. Slow around here, and these are the ones I look towards on the buy for Liquid. They threw away so many advantages, but also just kept trying to hammer some of these pressure points on the map. NRG well equipped here in terms of dealing with that. Mada actually going to back away from that, take the TP.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to pull a third player from Liquid. It hasn't. They seem happy enough with that. So they keep their 3 posted on the B side. Bit of a trade out. Marder now equipped to take the site with a little bit more ease. What's the hold going to look like? Because we saw that, to be fair, NRG was struggling to deny the springboard in. Kiko's there, going to immediately remove Miniboo, but a great bit of damage back from that! 3 kills, you surely could not get any more. He has put in a shift this round, finding just that point to play from. And Kiko is on turret duty, defend and deny. He can't do it. Wayne's given them a chance here.
What a catch from Wayne. It's just Scuba now. Wayne down to 13 HP, but there's a 1v2 for him. Open plant looking to wrap back behind Liquid here. Purpo, just a glance back.
Doubted it, didn't want to do it. He's bought a bit of time here, so keep in mind Wayne is a little lower.
Wayne's got to smoke up. I think he's just going to put that on the spike now.
There goes the paranoia. Spray in, not going to get it. Walk the smoke, yes. Wayne goes out, another tap. He now knows both players. He can't find the shot. Team Liquid off the back of Nats there. Very, very close.
A little bit dicey on the swing out of the smokes here. A chance for Scuba to isolate a low HP Wayne and then reset for Purpo. Nats.
It was brilliant.
So he's laying down the law a little bit there.
Probably
again, he makes this doable.
And we saw how hard it was for even some of these players on the other side of things to try and hold that site down with the burst, right? So credit to Nats for showing again that brilliance, that capability.
You got the dash, the TP, actually the TP from Ethan as well into that cloud burst. So a ton of pressure to break through the choke. So it's a miracle Nats still gets 3.
He's an incredibly good player. Again, those 3 get them very much back in the driving seat here. By now in play though for NRG. And it's direct in approach as they do look to try and take this A side. But once again, Nats is here. This man is present. They are going to reveal a little bit of info, but not everything. That's big though. But the timing, Marder on the swing out. Oh, that's beautiful from Marder. Basically saving them. I thought Liquid were teed up. And whoa! Where have you got 3 from? Systematic destruction in his hands. Scuba and Brook left probably scratching their heads. It's Purpo sitting pretty. He needs to hit that reload surely at some point.
Full faith. Nah.
There we go. NRG freezing. Potentially paralyzed by fear at the sake of what Purpo's just done, but caught on the back pedal.
Yeah. Really looking for Liquid to reset. It looked like Wayne was halfway out of the site here towards a rotation. Orb will go up here. Wayne, can he catch?
Oh, he's so close now. He's got a really good idea, but the timing. Oh my God.
He was waiting.
Scuba, how are you checking that? You're a lucky boy.
Slipping through. A little bit of a delay there as well on the kill, but Scuba with a fantastic catch.
I just got to see Purpo's shots again. Because it felt like with that dart coming in, but then Marder bailing them out, but then Purpo answers right back. This is unbelievable. Look at these coming in here. Oof.
Beautiful stuff.
Yes! That's not my teammate.
There's an intruder.
Okay, well, the ults that we were talking about are now in play, right? Kiko's got his, Marta's got his. On the other side, Purpo's managed to get theirs early, but they don't really have the buy behind it. He's got a Vandal. That's it.
Quick glance out to mid. Nothing spotted here, but Liquid's still going to try and make a little bit of pressure for Purpo to shine on this hero rifle. No chance of Mivu potentially getting his ultimate here. Actually catching the paranoia. It's a big piece of info. The Liquid were about to descend on A main. Cross-map dart going to come through. Supportive smoke here from Wayne. Going to allow Nats a little window.
Ooh, I like that. So patient, but look where NRG are going, man. Great calling from Ethan there, just being really, really heads up about it all. It's a quick rotation from Team Liquid. They're not completely out of this one, but again, super slippery work.
Great catch on the rotation. That's actually here very early on.
Yeah, they've made it here exceptionally quick, so might be in a little bit of trouble for Kiko there. Yeah, he is. Going to be punished by Nats. Going to need to see a bit more to get my attention in this round, as NRG should, if they don't go walking into smokes or not checking their corners.
Nats is still doing damage.
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
Still a rifle here for Purpo.
Yeah, I'm paying attention. I'm very much paying attention, because suddenly we're in a 1v3 that should never have been. And Liquid have made something out of nothing, and Braun can't do anything about it. They're close, but they've got it. I mean,
Liquid spirals out of control. It wasn't, so apologies, it wasn't Purpo's camo. They picked up the hero rifle. Is able to seal the deal on this Thrifty. And Kiko just caught on the cloudburst. And again, just drawing the eyes that bait and switch in several different positions here.
That's how we play the game, okay? Amazing nothing.
I mean, Wayne, to me, on a Sheriff is kind of filthy.
Look at this ult cycle for Liquid as well.
Where's all that come from? I felt like before it was literally just the two for NRG.
Yeah, a couple of people like 3 or 4 away, and now very well stacked.
Oh, this is sick. If we're getting this quality game between the two, I'm all aboard. Great calling, great approaches, ults on either side. But look at the surround here. This is not comfortable for NRG, so they want some safety. They want to carve a path. Ults back and forth. A little bit of chip, but not enough to write home about. Purpo sending his... Actually...
Friendly fire.
Yeah, that's a little rough for Nats.
That's down to 18 HP.
And ooh, Camo, that had to have been quick from his side of things. So a 4v4 post plant. Kiko's got his ult out. They're trying to find some security, at least towards A main, but Camo's been clean with these. Oh, what did I say? Oh, I've lied, but it's fine. Liquid still just going to be clearing house here. Camo is on it. Made up for it in the end. After a little bit of a messy start, Liquid have the read.
Yep, double digits now. A wide open sight for NRG, but again, not able to find a kill because Liquid are trying to capitalize on the back of Camo's ultimate. Yeah, beautiful here to catch Scuba. Not so much here, but as you said, made up for it with his flash.
All good. Nice! It's huge from Liquid.
NRG in a really weird spot now, because if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't a great buy in the previous.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'm pretty sure there was a Sheriff in play, some other bits and bobs. It was certainly lacking in certain areas, but it feels like they've hit a brick wall, right? They're getting these plants, but the cooling from Nats has been just sublime. He's been absolutely on point.
Absolutely has, and coming into this now, it's going to be pretty awkward in terms of the Coinbase win condition for NRG. Not going to be able to scrape together much. Kiko's ultimate obviously not going to be able to offset this now. Scuba just one away from the pit, something you can maybe capitalize on unless a purchase, but you don't want to rip this out. Full 5v5 to try and cement a sight hold. And even at that point, not much on the other side for Liquid either, just the TP, so a little off kilter here. Minibu finally getting towards his. I see some light investment. I mean, if they can make it to a post plant, sure. They haven't exactly found comfortable plants, though.
Nope. Now, Liquid are really getting into a rhythm here.
Well, tempering the aggression much nicer today than what we saw previously. It's not just rinse and repeat over and over again, although that probably is still in the back of their minds. See a set piece here from NRG towards B's site. So Camo and Wayne on the chopping block here.
Stingers.
And we're seeing this many Stingers. Yeah, I think they're considering the pit.
Let's see if they get the opportunity for it, though, right? Like, is that even something they can try and bank on? Camo is here. Wayne's paranoia is really good. And look at this crunch. Liquid instantly just compound the problems. They try and divide between them. And it's a messy fight on the side, but it's won out by Liquid again. This choke point is brutal. Left gasping for breath. Liquid full standing.
Couple of low sense checks there from both Ethan and Miniboo, but
even Miniboo's grinning at that one. I think he knows it.
Up to 11 now. NRG obviously on a lesser buy now will be in a much better position. Running out of mouse pad for sure. Yeah, this one could effectively decide it here. It'll be Liquid potentially finding 12 and NRG off kilter with some of these key ultimates.
Okay. Trying to split through middle towards the A site. Nats is on guard duty, going to see the first falls away. Doesn't want to outstay his welcome on that angle. Marder into play, though, going to isolate Nats and take him out of the equation. Liquid held back by CT. It's all very one-dimensional on the play back through. Miniboo trying to be slippery on this. Hard to find, but it's going to be Purpo putting up some numbers, but NRG, brute force it.
Enough pressure towards double doors here, just breaking the sight lines. A couple of Liquid members. And yeah, it's an easy catch for Mada on the TP in. Got to be conscious that Mada could be here so quickly into main and have a TP almost to back sight.
God damn.
Yeah, clean from Kiko.
One taps.
Actually this time.
Yes. Yeah. Non-fictional. Okay, Operator, though, out for Miniboo. Haven't seen that one really yet, so...
Oh, well, and it's not long for this world.
Kiko
blinded there,
man.
by the way.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, give me the replay. Let me see that one again, but it's going to be the battle of the doors. And it is won by Purpo. Pop flash, bye-bye. Team Liquid avenge their fallen teammate, but it ain't over yet. If Marta is up and breathing, I will always pay it just enough credit. Brock going to be seen. Marta trying to work ahead here. Camo can't quite find Marta yet. And Marta's found them. Gonna go 1-for-1 on the trade. And Brock now down to the 1v1, but Wayne's been sick at this. He has been clutch as hell, but not now.
Oh my
Brock,
God.
back in action, baby. NRG are up to 10. Show me that start.
Yeah, I was going to say, it just
start.
explodes on the back of this opener. On the flash, a little late, actually. Miniboo just ahead of it. Again, Purpo looking lethal in some of these situations. Brock, ever the safe pair of hands for NRG. Double digits found now.
Trying to get that sixth man.
Going to cripple the finances of Liquid. We'll see investment, though.
But they've won rounds with less than this. Don't think they haven't.
Ethan was so close to sticking that.
Okay, Marta, he's committing on this. Ooh, bye-bye Purpo, okay. But then there's still a problem of Wayne here. Double jump on the smoke. It's great from NRG. But Miniboo, Old's there. Nat's still alive. Camo's still alive. No plan yet. They're pausing. They're trying to just catch this pressure. Soaked it up for now. Pop flash turned. Back into the action. 1-for-1 we go. Down to the 3v2. Kiko's the one to be the difference. But Nats... Where is Nats? Kiko's attention. I saw him turn just to look behind. And that awareness might be the death of him. How does he do it? He's already been seen tagged up in the fight. NRG.
This pace
tying
change
it up, man.
has been beautiful from NRG. Just when Liquid looked to go forwards, get a little more aggressive, get a little more curious in the early round. NRG lap it up. back in on a round where Madder's got his ultimate. He can really get behind some of these aggressive plays. Oh, that catch from Kiko is beautiful there onto Miniboot.
Nice, boys!
Be a pump of the brakes from Liquid. A timeout called here as things are tied up 11 apiece. A little bit of a buffer here for NRG, and unfortunately, there's not an awful lot behind this buy for Liquid. Again, ultimates-wise, Wayne 2 away, Purpo 2 away, but not necessarily any bailouts in terms of the economy to follow.
I'm just a little bit worried that this pressure point that NRG have found of this A-site take hasn't yet been stopped, right? Like, they've now done this a couple of times, and it's felt sketchy. Don't get me wrong, it's not been, like, super clean. We've had 1v1s between Brock and, who is it, Wayne. We've seen it come down to quite close scenarios, but there's repetition now.
The one thing I think NRG are going to excel on is the fundamentals, right? And some of these chaotic rounds, if they can get, you know, 3v3 fights, 2v2 fights, they're so much cleaner on these trades. Whereas Miniboo, yeah, again, happy to go forward, find a scrappy kill here and there, but how often do we see him find the first blood? Not necessarily overstep a little bit, but he's traded so quickly. Curious now if NRG, coming out of this timeout, are just going to full commit here. You can see the pings and the investment from Scuba. Like you said, that point of weakness they're looking to exploit.
It's one thing to know it might be coming, it's another to try and handle it, right? That's what I want to see. What is the game plan now from Liquid in this timeout? Shoulder up on main, I guess. Make them work for their dinner, but Hunter's Fury and Scuba's got camo.
He's got tag as well.
Oh dear, that could be everything. Brock's just absolutely battered them. That was off the rip. That was the attempt made from Liquid to play a bit more aggressive, a bit more attentive towards A main.
The paranoia lands here, but camo still punished on the peak. Full 5v3 for NRG. Purpo and Miniboo still here towards A site.
Purpo, you're going to need some big shots here. Ooh.
Clean on the first, but
yeah.
Again, they're just stacked up.
That spacing is good here. Miniboo got one, maybe. No, again, the spacing, the trading. Mike, you said it perfectly. They've got that system just down here. And that's once again last alive. He was obviously trying to keep control of the rest of the map, putting faith in all other players on his side, but now it's down to him. This could be 12 for NRG. They want this one, spamming out the smoke, gonna see Brock towards main, he's caught, and he is dead. NRG, they found a pressure point, and they are not relenting.
Just dismantle this aggression once more. 4 in a row. Like I said, the buy back in here from Liquid. Okay, well, you can't really fault camo on that. I didn't exactly catch the timing, but Scuba with daylight robbery.
Yeah.
Yes!
4 in a row. And now the problem, you can see that NRG already reading this in nice deep default just in case they try and get over aggressive.
Look at the scopes. Kiko, Scuba, and Ethan all looking to punish this buy now. All light shields on the side of Liquid. Hunter's Fury is there. Wayne one away from the TP, but like I said, not really any bailouts here in terms of the buy. It's only going to be Purpo and Miniboo that get true rifles here. NRG just lying in wait. Happy to let this one breathe a little bit, force Liquid to maybe take the initiative, but a much tighter hold here towards the sights from Liquid.
Yeah, and this late creep back towards A, the offset of timing, maybe changing the read. And it's on Wayne and camo again. This is a hard predicament. Here comes the utility. They know what's coming. Can they keep control this time? Wayne wants to stand his ground, but he has a flood of players coming his way. TP towards site. They've already divided. They've already conquered. NRG are in. This time, Purpo's dropped a body. Brock's gone down, but unaware and now unalive. Kiko with 2 big kills. It's down to a 2v2. It's not over yet. Nats is on the way, but Purpo has to live. 40 HP. He's being hunted down. Kiko burying Liquid. Poetic in a way, but Nats, he's made it to the site, but has to walk through the corpses of his fallen teammates for 10 seconds. This plant is late. An opportunity given. It's minimal.
Toxins ran out as well.
Plants in. Has to soak this one, Scuba. Not much, though. Nats, this would be the miracle your team would be praying for. Map 1 on the line. First, dropped, Kiko. It is poetic! 4 kills! Map 1 is NRG's!
Again, they read it so beautifully, Lauren. These hits come so fast. Wayne throws the paranoia out. NRG pounce on it. They know they have enough time and space ahead, and Nats come in to completely secure the site. Fantastic performance here from NRG on map 1.
That's gone away heavy there for Liquid. But for NRG, what a feeling, what a moment. Battle may have been won there, but certainly not the war. Abyss is coming up next. Don't go away.
But now we find ourselves in a situation where we don't quite know.
Oh, it is.
What we're gonna get. Hey, look at that. Guys, hey, does GB know ball? That's crazy. Hey, Sliggy, I know ball. Yay me.
I think this is a really nice idea with this composition. I think that, especially, well, I mean, assuming that Nats is going to run a different smoke as well, I think that they can really make this work. They're a team that should be looking to aggro flood defend. Wayne's Harbor, though, I wasn't a fan of how he was playing it on the defense side. I think Valen gapped him in terms of value, but that might partly be map dependent. Like, if he comes out here with better ideas on Abyss, because it's easier to play.
Valen was telling us that he's been putting in work with that particular agent. I don't know if we were getting the same out of Wayne, considering how Liquid like to operate.
Sure. For NRG, though, they're starting on defense here. I don't think they need a huge amount of rounds. And I think one of the keys they have is playing this double drone comp. They will constantly pressure an extremity and get very early rotations. They don't have the luxury of that Euro TP that other teams do. So they're very good at finding the right moments to re-clear space and getting players over in time to actually hard anchor on these sites. Liquid's win condition is going to be if they can get into a site, have that harbor util up to stall out. It's so tough to retake through it.
Nats put together some special moments on Abyss the last time that we saw him play in EMEA kickoff, pulling out the Outlaw in OT to be able to deal with the glass cannon AWP, takes down 2, calls it before he even begins. They've got players on Liquid who are willing to step up to big moments, but nothing here at Santiago is any bigger than this.
You saw Nats talking to the boys there. It had to be words of encouragement. You need Liquid to wake up, or else NRG are going to run away with this one 2-0. Let's send it back over to your casters, Pansy and HyperX for the call.
Yeah, fight is on now. Elimination very much in the forefront of my mind with Liquid here, but the change-up, Mike.
Yeah.
How much stock are you putting into this?
I mean, 4th comp now for Liquid on Abyss. Desperately looking to find something that feels comfortable. Again, not necessarily tying into that overall identity we've seen elsewhere, straying a little further into the quirk of the current meta. And for me, actually, I'm okay with the Sky here. The Sky, obviously, criticized, I believe it was Na'Vi that ran one domestically in EMEA, but here, I'm actually okay with it. And Purpo seems to be very comfortable in being self-sufficient, which we know can be absolutely pivotal to Liquid's success.
So it will be NRG on the defending side, Team Liquid on the attack. Early contact made, and it's pacey. But keep in mind where the spike is. It's an early show of force.
NRG are reading this, though. With Matter's position.
Yeah, there's nothing behind it. Ooh, makes me nervous.
I always get scared.
He's re-clearing this, but it's all about timing now. He might be on
Wayne's
for
dead.
an absolute sitter.
Wayne's got a shorty.
Ah. Ooh, well, Nico's going to have a terrible surprise, but Marta could be the Reaper in this one. Liquid have no idea. Nats, none.
Oh, he's playing with his food.
Nasty.
And it's
That's
a
the spike. Marta breaking the back lines and limiting the chances. Kiko's there to fight with him too. It's not a solo endeavor anymore. And the map gets drawn in new lines now.
Liquid don't have a lot of time to recover here.
30 seconds. They got a lot to try and get through. The spawn wraps on the way, but Wayne, again, he's got the shorty. This is incredibly tough. Minipoo nabs the spike. He's out of there. Wayne putting up some work, and there's still a chance, 20 seconds, but he can't really stop.
No. Going to be able to get the plant here, though. And looking towards Purpo to try and secure this. There's not going to be a challenge coming back from out NRG, but again, 2 ghosts and a sheriff. And they're going to split here in the post.
Yeah, this is super sketchy. Ooh. And a blind tag, I think that is, as Purpo now will be the one to receive the 3 players. Hello, that's a freebie. Gets to fall away to a new angle. After everything looking like it was tilting in NRG's favor, there is a chance in this. Kiko working his way back through with Brock.
Well, Smoke and a recon to play with.
Purpo now noted on the site. Smoke gonna go in. Purpo still keeping their eyes, but through the smoke he falls. Miniboo, no! In the middle of the open! Caught asleep there in the end by Kiko. Diffuse gonna come in. That round felt like it started and finished with Marder and that timing down middle.
Again, just getting into the back lines, being a nuisance once more. And again, it's Nats to be caught and it's the spike dropped. When Liquid are so split here, again, this would be fine if you catch Nats and the spike is elsewhere, but it's just such an awkward recovery.
Come on! Come on!
Certainly something they have to be aware of. Mada running away with the space once more. We already said he's done it time and time again here. Running away with the space.
Curious
Yes.
space. Not the space I thought. Yeah, that's gone a bit weird. I don't know really what's happened this round. I have to see that one back as Nats just gets his ghost to work up middle, takes out Ethan, and we're in a 3v4. And they've got the plant, and Miniboo's gonna go for a wonder. Lovely flash to facilitate. Kiko, the one to try and put some numbers back on their side, but Liquid have a very, very good shot at this.
It's Brock and Kiko again.
We've been here before, haven't we? Well, Brock's read this well, but he's still got to walk his way in. Okay.
He gets both.
How are you getting both there? And they're pushed aside. So NRG, after what was a very turbulent start, actually get the round.
It's all right, nobody was watching. We definitely weren't actually in POV when it happened.
No, totally not.
Let's see the replay.
Yeah,
let's see the replay.
Let's watch that one.
Oh. The classic throw your hands up. Not my fault. Yeah, it's not.
Right.
It's a bug. It's got to be a bug.
League Ops.
And then the smile that's like, nah, that's on me. That's on me, guys.
Might have done that myself. Is what it is. Shake it off, move on forward. Fortunately enough, NRG actually keep the round, which is the more surprising part after what felt like it was completely going to fall in Liquid's favor, but no. So Liquid on a way better buy now into the bonus. We're going to see the bonus is going to be very, very lacking in that firepower. So how do NRG want to make up for it? Because Purpo's on the hunt. He is a very direct player. So we're going to have a nice little head-to-head there. Going to be warded away, but early draw of attention and rotation in reaction.
Easy to note the buy here.
Oh,
NRG.
Way.
He had a bucket.
Bucket, yeah.
Plant will come through here for Liquid. Again, a tough retake now. Guardian, a Spectre for Brock, the heroes of the first two rounds here for...
Hello. Well, that's going to be relayed to Marder, but I don't know how he's going to get
Unlucky for Ethan, honestly.
Yeah.
Can't thread the needle on that shot.
I don't think Purpo's any the wiser yet. There's the look behind. Good stuff. Liquid keeping 5 up. And you want to see them keep 5 here. It's an expensive investment. And they are trying to hunt down Purpo. And that's one lost. So that's Vandal gone. The rest, again, it is a lot of money you want to be keeping. Wayne.
Pre-fire, that was classic.
I don't know what I'm seeing in this one. Madness. So Brock's gone down, that's fine. Kiko going to get one of the Vandals that was lost out of Purpo's hands, so they've accepted the outcome on this one, 2-1. Liquid get their first on the board.
You now see the purchase for NRG. An early progress for Nats, Purpo towards their ultimates. On the other side, again, no surprises, Kiko and Brock doing the heavy lifting in those first 2 rounds. Op in hand for Marder. Curious to see where he's going to set up. All the way towards top mid right now.
So like 1-3-1 start. And they're going to get, who is it posted down there?
Well, Kiko initially, but yeah.
Cancelled. It's pacey from Liquid, and it's very direct. They don't have many layers, excluding obviously Nats can be a bit separated, but NRG are in for the brawl on the side. It's Wayne and Purpo to find that stability they needed, but a shot from Kiko keeps this very competitive.
The TP back up here, and that's the other smoke drop. Might get it, but Wayne bests him.
This gets tough for the operator, though. I don't think he's going to really catch Wayne on this backpack. Okay, no, he does. Wayne just shows a pixel out of place and is caught. So Camo left alone on the site. I think they might be really understanding where Nats is in this, but he can still be effective a little bit further away.
Brock is just looking, backwards here. But no pressure coming towards Camo just yet.
This is hard to kind of slice the pie for Marder. There's Brock gonna spot out Camo now, but it's still that question mark of where the final player is. Camo, all right. That was a clean way to end it. Liquid gonna get their second now. Zala shows some real validity to this approach.
And this is crucial in terms of the Harbor. It's cutting sightlines at a completely different angle in terms of hitting B. Makes it very awkward for somebody to commit towards an engagement ahead of the plant coming through. And Scoob actually does really well. You can see him considering completely giving up the site.
Oh, snappy work.
Great cleanup, yeah.
Nice. And again, I'd love to see a swing up from Camo. The guy has been really, really solid. We haven't seen the best of him, I think. Some of the other players taking a little bit of that limelight, which is fine, but...
They're not even close compared to what we saw in a couple of the series back in the EMEA.
So Liquid again, still very direct. Still just focusing on these side takes. Seeker's going to be highly telling where NRG were trying to get to. Marder's position also going to be seen. Well, that Seeker's off and about, but still Marder, the only one really to be nearby. So Purpo, how long do you watch this? Yeah, quite a while now. So going to spot out Marder. That's one of the threats gone. It's the 4 players around the back. And Kiko the only one with a Guardian. So if you're Liquid, you just want to find 5 alive, keep building that economy up, get those ults going. Camo's one away. This is starting to look pretty solid.
I was going to say, Camo and Miniboo a chance here to really solidify Liquid's early momentum. Tough, really. I think NRG just looking to deny here. Try and police towards main, prevent anybody from finding further progress.
So how are we finding this composition so far? It feels very all-in, it feels very direct. We haven't seen too much nuance to it yet, but it's working.
No, absolutely. I think it plays towards, like I said, it's a different variation to what Liquid have tried to do across the entire map pool, right? And building around Miniboo in particular, and Camo being the second layer to that. And like I said, I quite like the Sky. It opens up a lot of possibilities in getting a little weird on some of the site hits in terms of, obviously, Harbor's utility. It's an early timeout here for NRG.
Maybe just to try and get a grip on how this comp's playing out, really.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think there's going to be anything really magical in terms of set pieces. You've got to question the amount of time they have prepped around this. It's obviously something they've considered elsewhere. Obviously, yeah, the Coinbase win condition for NRG coming back in here is potentially Marder on the operator.
Yeah.
Didn't really get much of a say previously. Outside of that, brought great progress towards the Hunter's Fury.
Quite a sentence.
I was going to say Brunter's Fury.
Yeah, I want to see how they try and activate these players, because it is hard to get information. Now, it feels like the composition that NRG has the ability to do it, but again, when it's so direct an approach from Liquid, it's still, you're going to be, hoping that you've got the stronger side of the map in the right place, right? It's still very difficult.
Plus, the other thing, I'm just seeing him actually buy away from that now, back on the rifle. I was going to say, it kind of prevents Marder from doing something we've talked about, which is getting behind some of these defaults, some of these site XX repeatedly. And here, obviously, it's crucial to hunt Nats. Don't allow him to buy time in these post plants and just be a nuisance. You won't actually see Marder on the operator.
They've toyed with kind of leaving Purpo a little bit alone on this, so maybe not having full faith in pulling rotations until now. Starting to see that utility build up in the burst from Liquid, so they're investing heavily behind this. Now, does NRG have the capability to play clean retakes, or they catch in between? It's stunning shots from Kiko, and now some chip damage could become a problem. Camo's on 4 HP.
Just a little ahead of the flash here, the synergy. Not quite right. Nats still causing issues. Will find Ethan.
They know there's 2 on the site, though, but they bide their time. The plant comes in. NRG looking to try and get involved. Marder's teeing it up and allowing Brock to drop down. Nats now. Oh, divine intervention, it feels like, needed. Because now we've got Marder against Camo. Marder unsure, unawares, spots him. Marder, more machine than man at times, gets his 1v1 and gets the defuse.
Just sensational. Talking about Marder's decision making and being one of those duelists that can just turn the tides on a single round. Comes up clutch here for NRG. A Red Bull clutch nonetheless. Kiko, again, the flash just causing issues for Miniboo. Oh, but again, a ridiculous shot to catch him.
We got some aimers in the server today. The fact that Nat's got, I think, like 2 there randomly, like spraying it.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't even look like a 2K.
Nope. Okay, so the ult's now starting to cycle in for NRG. And obviously, Liquid now not going to have those to hand. This resets a little bit of the balance. Oh, they're mid-walking. Are they looking to try and challenge Nats early? Ah, that was a... I don't want to say a lazy clear, but it certainly wasn't deep enough. No. But a quick trade, at least, will keep it 4v4. But then, okay, we've traded out sight for this.
But in terms of that checklist now, Nats isn't a threat after this spike goes down. Kiko considering the TP.
He was thinking about it. Is that back line now available? Miniboo with a shot in the dark, it feels like, to take away Scuba. And there it is. Kiko, in the meantime, does take the TP out of there. So, they're going to try and crunch this, but numbers do favor Team Liquid here. Plant's now in, player spotted, Miniboo beheaded. But does they read into where they saw him crossing towards? Now they will. A fight towards CT and a clean shot from Ethan. Unable to pressure him off this. And they know about Camo. Camo's been clean, not clean enough this time. Shot not there as Wayne left in the 1v3. Super clutch on map 1. But this is hard. Oh, that's nice. Another? He gets to reposition off this. He's trying to buy the time here. Try and divide them into manageable pieces. He's heard it. Wayne, you're going to need a belter of a shot. Kiko again. The start and end of things. I'm going to trade it out so Ethan can get that ult one step closer.
Beautiful stuff. Again, you take this trade against Liquid every day of the week if you can find Nats in this situation early on in the round. And this is before Liquid have even hit the site. Certainly a win condition for NRG in some of these faster early rounds. Kiko, 11-2 already here on a 4-3 scoreline.
It's kind of nasty. But also these timeouts have been great from both kind of coaches. A lot of the coaches have been doing really well recently with the kind of win percentage after timeout. So Liquid do need to find something back, maybe trying to, I don't want to say adjust Nats, but if that's been the pressure point that the NRG are trying to exploit a bit more, I don't know how you want to kind of remove him from what he's doing in such an iconic role, but there's got to be depth to it now.
Whether or not Liquid try and get a little more active in terms of defaulting and look for opening engagements that way. Now identifying NRG are basically on the hunt in a few of these rounds to remove some of the pieces of the puzzle on the side of Liquid. Mothers on his ultimate, Scuba just one away. Who, again, time and time again, he's trying to trim the fat, right? Yeah. He's trying to tuck into sight, find these ratty little spots to find a kill from, but Liquid doing really well to navigate that.
Yeah, they are. Like, again, I've been very impressed with what Liquid are doing. Even though we're at a 4-3 now, NRG, I guess, yes, they are up and they found the latest solution to the problems. Liquid is still very much in this. We've seen a couple of clutches coming down one way or another.
Look at, NRG is 4 successful diffusers here. So Liquid certainly getting themselves into winnable positions, but I'm not sure really what the adjustment on their side would be. Again, you've got to question the possibilities in terms of this composition.
And this time around, Nats is with the main bulk of the site hit. But look in between them, Ethan's found a gap to play into and takes away Purpo. So it's back behind the walls as NRG fully prepared with soaking this hit proactively this time. Not even going to be playing for retakes, they are standing their ground. Up above, they catch Wayne. Beautiful from Scuba. He fancied a bit more there as well. Got to be composed. Ooh, and Nats, yeah, maybe thought about now. And look at Marder. Yeah. The second that you pull Nats to the main pack, he starts working.
Everybody pretty healthy except for Scuba on the side of NRG. Still got a spike, so recoverable for sure, but Camo down at 42. Doesn't feel feasible Unless Nats can really pop off here.
And I love the discipline we're seeing from NRG, though. The amount of respect they are leaving over here. Marder's not overextending. For one, he's holding spawn. You've got these three playing stacked up, brought to shouldering middle. It's a 5v2. The amount of rounds we've seen this tournament being turned in situations that shouldn't have play because people are overstepping, overplaying. I like seeing this. I like seeing discipline.
18 seconds, though. I don't think they're even going to make an attempt here with where Camo's positioned.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Call it the Astralis, Reddit. I don't really care. It is lovely to be seeing NRG making Liquid having to work. Camo, it doesn't feel pretty to be sat here now, does it? But just trying to play his life.
Coming.
All right, fair play.
Marder's
out of there. Yeah. But Kiko? Ah, there we go. Okay, so keeps the gun. All good. 5-3, though. And I do feel that NRG have expected that adjustment, and they've also played it quite well.
Again, Ethan kind of playing Scuba's game here, getting in and amongst all this utility.
Yep.
Another freebie found. Again, even so, when the util's invested here, Miniboo's not on site quick enough. Again, whether or not they kind of hesitate once the smokes go up. Certainly curious to see if the timing can get cleaned up a little bit. Tighter for Liquid. Two Guardians in the buy here. Again, contacting. We saw this on Breeze. Again, just punished Ethan to find one. Scuba to find a second. Both duelists gone.
That just removes so much punch potential from this. Now, going to try and at least put Wayne in a deeper position. But NRG just starting to really get their finger on the pulse of this tempo.
Spike planted.
And the pit to almost deny further progress from Liquid. Slipping towards spawn. It's a weird one for sure, but creates some awkward angles for NRG. Try and traverse.
Found a little bit of a pocket, right? It's not much, but maybe enough. But Scuba's just waiting, man. He can let the others kind of play from top. I don't know if a pixel showed or if it was just great intuition. No, yeah. And NRG are putting on a real masterclass here, and we're going to see the block. Yeah, I think we are. They've got that down to everything is going right. NRG, once they find the solution, they don't let it go.
You know, in this situation, a disadvantage for Liquid, just wait for NRG to do something. Nobody really applying much pressure, and sure, the pit does prevent a lot of that from happening, but...
Again, even here, man, it just feels a bit... I'm a bit worried when I'm seeing Miniboo sat on 1-7, right? I'm starting to see a couple of issues here starting to compound. I'm seeing a couple of problems. I'd love to see Liquid adjust, but the thing is that they've already burnt their timeout, right? At least one of them. I don't think you want to burn a second, but at this point, I need you to kind of find an answer back.
Very shallow dog here from Purpo. Maybe anticipating a little push out from NRG. Nats again towards bottom mid. Will be identified here. Just the two rifles for Camo and Nats in this round that, again, some of these rounds where they're forcing up a rifle. I mean, Nats has nothing left in the bank behind this. A little desperate here in round 10.
This is when you look at those new comps coming into play, it's like, okay, how much depth do they have with it? When they hit a brick wall, have they been able to get the reps in to feel it? So 3-2 split towards the A site, shouldered for now by Brock. He's already going to fall back a touch. Let the Seekers go through. Miniboo the one to try and take the space away. Falls in towards site, but Ethan's already taken down. Nats good from Marder. And Miniboo just not having enough kind of punch.
How did Nats start to that?
How is Kiko here still as well? Kiko's been unchecked. Kiko might be the downfall of Liquid. Waiting patiently, plays it perfectly.
Pops his ult as well in the celebration. A little unintended there, but how's Nats caught here?
I don't know.
And this is to obviously separate Liquid, but...
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to backtrack here.
Oh my God! Come on, bro!
Kiko just looking absolutely sensational here.
I almost want another timeout.
Here.
I'm just feeling like the wind is just out of their sails right now. Nothing feels like it's working. And NRG coming alive in this.
Well, the buy previously, Nats on a Guardian now, rifles elsewhere for Liquid, but need a response in round 11. Not much, if anything, of a buy behind this now.
This is direct again. Straight in we go. A disconnected Nats. I mean, it becomes too predictable. So you're banking on the 4 on the site, right? This is what you were really banking on here. Plant's still not in yet. Wayne not feeling comfortable enough. Great stall as well from the Teo utility coming in. And they're chomping at the bit. They want to try and do something, but Brock behind it! It's beautiful! I've got to say it, Liquid look flat here, Mike, and I'm worried that they are running low on answers. Camo gives them maybe a bit of safety on CT, but Marder's behind him. Of course he is. Where else would he be? This time overextends. He's getting a little greedy on it. Maybe smelling blood in the water. This plant becomes such a problem.
It's just so awkward to try and stabilize here. Finally, going to be able to get the plant in, but HP advantage here for NRG. Camo's got one.
They've got a 1v1. Wayne down low, but he has been so clutch. The backbone to some of the rounds in map 1. But Scuba surely feeling confident.
Plenty of time to work with, but Wayne actually.
I liked what he was thinking about then. But I guess the plant maybe just not favorable enough for it. And Scuba's patience may just pay dividends. Clearing the backside, Wayne waiting. Deeper on the corner, he's got him. Liquid, a breath of fresh air. It feels like the first time we're seeing a bit of a breath coming through for them. They've been choked out in so many of these rounds, but getting up to 4 gives them a chance.
And they needed this as well, in terms of the finances. A couple of these situations, though, Liquid just ever so slightly off in terms of the timing. Again, struggle massively to get the plant down on this first wave, but
good job. Good job.
Finally stick the landing here. A response found after 5 posted by NRG.
That's got to feel like they've made something possible here. And it could be crushed in a second, but I think that was like a 2v4, 2v5 Marder. Yeah, overconfidence, over-peaking.
Yeah, the counter to basically them hunting Nats here is to send 4 into mid.
I like this, though. That means they're starting to get an understanding of what NRG were doing. This is a really positive sign for any Liquid fans out there and the team themselves.
Holds to work with here for Liquid. Now we'll look to adjust towards the B side. Scuba again a chance to find something.
I'm worried though, Ethan's here. Gonna get stunned up and hunted down. That's great. Miniboo on the does get traded out by Scuba, so there's not complete security. A 3v4 once in, and Scuba's getting close. Scuba.
Well, they're gonna have no idea.
He's not meant to be here, Scuba! A terrible surprise. Does Camo want to get in? You can see the temptation. He's just going to hold his line for now. But there's problems elsewhere. They can tap the spike. They can start this one. Camo, brilliant! Just doing what he needs to, but it's down to a 1v1. Nats, show me what you can do here. An icon for the ages, sure, but Scuba's got you dead to rights. He's up. He's standing. And NRG closing out a key round.
Nats has to check this as well. Because of the plant location, NRG will secure an 8-4 half. I'm with you, Liquid, looking a little linear here. NRG seem to have the recipe to deal with it.
Could be the recipe for disaster. Liquid now facing a 4-8 scoreline. Map 1 did not go that way. So now map 2, they have to turn up on, or it's going home time.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Ay, papi.
Four rounds is all that Liquid could claim. At this point, you're starting to see the writing on the wall. It starts to feel like that pressure is mounting. And on the other side, gotta say it, Eco, top of the board, 15-5.
Looking phenomenal on the side of NRG. I mean, it has to start. There's no easy way to cut this. Has to start with a few rounds here from Liquid to get themselves back within contention on Abyss, because I'm just worried about the comp now. In terms of the defense, again, Harper's great at clearing this space, right, and making very proactive plays, but you don't kind of prioritize that towards sight or potentially playing towards retake, it can really fall short. See, questions around Miniboo's start to rise when he's sitting at 3 and 10. Camo stepping up to the plate now after a slower map 1, but we can see both of them firing on all cylinders. That's where Liquid's success has come from.
You're right. That's where you should be pinning your faith to if you're a Liquid fan, that happens. For now, NRG get to take their time across the map. And Scuba, for now, is in a very powerful position. Camo wanting information and finding maybe a little too much.
We'll be able to reset behind that now. NRG looking to pick up the pace towards A. Marduk looking to lead the... oh, actually calling the cancel here. There's a great read on the rotation as well.
Yeah, they're just taking the long way around, and Liquid just going to have to keep rotating back and forth and back and forth.
And then back over towards B.
Yeah. So far away, though. We've got what? I think Wayne and Spawn, basically, and that's as close as you're going to get, unless Marder falls off the map. That is going to be probably the cleanest side take you'll see.
Will be Liquid here in a 4v5 for the retake. On Scuba, yes, still lurking in mid. Might just catch Purpo if he shoulders.
Oh, you might have just heard those steps.
Well, yeah, definitely heard that.
Oh, yeah. Here it is. Ooh, Nats had a chance to fight back, but he's fallen, and now it's a 5v2. Wayne's a formality when Marder lands shots like that. It's the first nail in the coffin, Mike, and it's a big hitter.
A flawless pistol round.
And they took their time, man. Yep. Marder's halfway to his ult.
Both orbs pay off massively for NRG. The start of the second half.
Come on! Good call, Adam. Good call.
I'm worried now. Very worried for Liquid. Yep. They're going to be up against double digits here. Not going to be any investment, but it's just not going to be enough rounds. There's no margin for error.
Run. Just get out of there. It is you against the entirety of NRG. And they are going to give it up. The crowd very unhappy with that one.
I mean, you don't want to give Marder any more progress. It's just...
It's already scary.
You come in here, you've effectively got 1 round to prevent conceding series point. Yes, I know we're at 10 and 4 here, but...
And that's ticket home.
Yeah. It really is.
That's the gravity of it. You don't get many chances against teams like this. The better quality of the opponent, the smaller the margin gets, and NRG are playing a very good game. And it's not just off the back of Marder, it's everyone. Kiko having an excellent series, Scuba, safe pair of hands. And Liquid's kind of stars not shining so bright today.
Push out from A though. On the other side here, NRG going to try and plant the seed towards the B site.
Scuba's been solid at his positioning, though. I wonder when he hears this, but for now, NRG's focus is getting Marder into these positions, but they're cancelling.
Yeah, Scuba now looking to catch somebody in transition. That might be the green light for Liquid to apply pressure towards B, but it's just Marder hanging around here. This is selling the fake.
Marder should be dead, though. Marder should have already been dead, but it's Purpo who's gone down. Finally, they clear Marder.
Look at the minimap.
But you're right, NRG have the complete keys to the castle on the A site.
Ethan still with good util.
Spike planted.
2 shocks, a snake bite, paranoia, plenty of tools here for NRG to capitalize on this space. Kiko's going even further.
He's heard all this too. That's
yeah.
Told to his teammates to get ready, prepare yourselves, buy some time, stall it out, I'm on the way. But he's still pretty far away. And whether or not he can get back there in time is yet to be seen, as Liquid's focus is getting towards the site, clearing it out somehow. Miniboo's cleared back site, sees nothing, and Kiko's been checked. The flank now no longer as potent. They can start working on that defuse. So the rest of NRG better be ready on this one. Halfway already achieved, but Ethan finding both players. A third for the captain in control. Of course he gets all 4.
The fearless leader for NRG delivering here in the cleanup. That might just be the nail in the coffin.
Hell, they might be 6 feet under at this point, Mike. I'm seeing Liquid starting to really just run on fumes, and they're being walked across this map the whole
just
way.
Just led astray by NRG. A timeout to be called here.
Give me those post-plant kills.
Lots.
The easy ones. Let's get it.
Lots and lots to consider here for Liquid. And again, coming into this, you're concerned about Liquid's previous inability to close out on Abyss. And that discussion gets even harder now when you talk about a 7-round deficit. Coinbase win condition, we're clutching at straws, Lauren. There's not much to really pin your hopes to. All progress isn't there in these opening rounds.
God,
the bonus conversion just stings for Liquid. I think collectively there was 350 credits in the bank after that previous round. You see here, the buy is going to be far from perfect.
And again, Nats at the start of this saying Kiko this time would have to go into battle alone without those infamous speeches, but for now he is standing untouchable on this battlefield. I am so impressed with this form. And at 11-4, it's hard to find fault in what NRG are doing. Liquid, it's now or never. You gotta make it work when it counts. This counts more than most.
It's just heartbreaking to potentially see them fold on a map 2 again. They've got to make this buy work here. 2 Bulldogs, 2 Guardians. It's only Camo with a full rifle. NRG will slow down the early round, anticipating Liquid reverting back to that all-out aggression we've seen them rely on time and time again. Minibu still curious towards mid. Ethan won't spot anybody, so no confirmation here at least, and Liquid as 4 might explore mid lane. Again, just look at the minimap.
Yeah.
Like, dare I say it, if they plant B here, save.
Yeah. Yeah, what else are you going to do? I mean, Cameron's not even got a shield.
And it hurts me to say that.
I know.
It hurts me to say that.
I'm with you, right? Like, no one loves Jame time, but right now, you are being out-rotated, out-called, out-read, outdone. And it is not by a small amount. Marder can fall back. Does he get away? Oh, he does get away in time as well. Not even a real threat on that front. But it looks like they're still up for the fight on this, but the site is going to be really hard to take.
Well, now Liquid are here early enough, right?
Marder, though, ready,
Doesn't
stands and takes away Purpo, removing the punch. Kiko on the follow-up. This feels almost unfair. Nat's desperately trying, but 1 is not enough. As Wayne, your last hope here to deny 12. And he needs to find 3. To defuse. The list gets longer, the closer he gets. And that smoke just faded. And I think so might have his chances now. 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 up above Wayne, can you clutch it up one more time? Not at all. 12 rounds for NRG. This feels too simple. This feels too easy. And they are taking it in their stride.
Just heartbreaking with some of the positives we've seen out of this Liquid roster. A new lease of life across kickoff. Unfortunately, here that international form just not translating. 4 Guardians, Camo again, no shield, opting for a rifle.
They're on the ropes, Mike. Barely breathing, desperately trying to get something started. Gonna try and pick a fight with Marder, and they're gonna find their man. Okay, that is a huge start here. But the reaction from NRG is then to pressure mid.
That's already tagged up as well. Kiko found Minibu.
Oh no, they can't really back away. This is gonna be so difficult. Again, it's on Wayne and Purpo now, but they're already... Oh my God, everything just going right for NRG, even at a loss of Marder here.
Look at the beat. Oh, okay, Camo did take that TP.
I'm just so scared that Brock's been able to break the line so easily. They've slipped through a player here. Nat's none the wiser, and patience being Brock's virtue. He will wait before he strikes.
Oh my God.
And there's more coming. There's more coming! And Brock breaking them into pieces!
Magical from Brock.
He pulled that one out of the hat. It's Camo now, who's just watched the massacre happen and could do nothing about it. No shield, no teammates. But on the right side of the map,
30 seconds
Camo
left.
now would be the time to be the hero of the hour.
Oh my
God, you can't get away from it. NRG, a cut above the rest. 13-4. This team is the real damn deal.
Clean, clinical performance here from NRG. They will shatter the hopes of Liquid again, just folding in this second map. Close affair on the first, and it's NRG to really go against the odds in terms of the tempo of that. An insane comeback here, but this comp just not landing. NRG, like I said, with the right recipe to deal with some of the unknowns here. A tough, tough loss for Liquid.
Yeah, that is going to be a sour loss for sure, knowing how close it was on map 1, but the depth of NRG being such a factor in my mind. Their capability pushed Liquid to the limits. But let's be honest, there are no easy games here at Masters Santiago. You earn what you get. And today, Liquid didn't have enough when it got to map 2.
No, great start to the year for them. Obviously, talking about the identity, their approach in general, I'm still excited they can go back and kind of diagnose some of the issues here. But NRG making a statement here, and you called it poetic at the end of map 1. Kiko absolutely dominating map 2 as well. Just looking in ferocious form. Again, we usually look towards Marder. We always talk about him being the one to do basically the work of 2 people here. But for me, it's Kiko to steal the show today.
Masterful from him. As said, brilliant team effort as well. Everyone around him there supporting that, playing around it. Even the coaching staff saying, hey, we know that's a comfort role for him. We'll let him run that. We'll let him take that. You can see the belief in the young man joining this squad. You can see why. Very, very gifted indeed, and certainly a threat throughout. How far this team goes, oh, God only knows at this point.